my next in-studio guest, who is none other than four-time Pro Bowler and Grammy Award-winning Antonio Brown. Good to see you, Antonio. We'll get to your Grammy in a moment. But first up, we have to mention your hair here, because you show up to a show of a bald man like that, and it's like you're high-stepping right now. What do we call the hair that you're working?
Well, it could be called a couple things. It could be called Lego.
Okay.
The pyramid. The top of the mountain. The buildings, the towers.
Sure.
First, second, third.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you took two sides of it out, but left the sort of Lego block at the top working like that. So what do you call it? What would you prefer you have it called, Antonio?
Probably Lego.
Lego.
Yeah.
I like it. It works. I wish I could do something like that. I mean, I don't even know. I used to be able to even think about doing something like that. But look, it's your world. We're all paying rent in it right now, Antonio. Do you think about this game as if you would have been able to play in it if you were able to play in Denver yourself for Pittsburgh?
Well, that's always a thought. Being at home watching the game was something that was a different experience. And I got to live with that all offseason, knowing if I could have possibly played that game, we had a chance to be in the Super Bowl.
And so will you watch the game this Sunday?
For sure.
You will. Will you be here for it? You're going to go to it? Or
no, I'll probably leave Sunday.
Yeah. What happened with your game for you to get to this level that you've gotten right now? Where did this come from, Antonio, if you could put your finger on it?
Well, just hard work, paying attention to the details every offseason, no matter what the season was prior to, re-identifying my craft and working on little things to get better every day. And if you get better every day, eventually add up, and the start pays off.
What is there a particular game where you remember, okay, I can find another gear here, and I'm going to get to this level or a certain rise for you? Is there a certain night that you remember that specific game?
I think it was a couple of games. The Denver game, the Oakland game, and that's why I'm here today. With a Castro edge clutch performer.
You're working in you're working. Look at you. You're working in your pro. I was going to get to it.
He was going to alley hoop it.
Don't look. Look at me. Look at me as if I'm the Big Ben of this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little bit shorter than Big Ben. I don't have as big of an arm as Big Ben, but I'll call the plays. But that's fine. We could. So those games this year. I'm talking about just in your career.
Oh.
In your career, where somebody who's from South Florida who had to go to Central Michigan to make his bones and then get chosen late in the draft. When did you realize as a professional?
Well, I started since Little League. I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. And every year you got to come out and work out your craft and improve yourself. And no matter how you start, it's all about your finish. On the course of life, you can always have adversity. You have naysayers, doubters. You got to overcome it all.
Antonio Brown here on the Rich Eisen Show, NFL yards receiver, receiving yards leader last year, first NFL player to have 1,000 yards returning and receiving in a season. I could go on and on with the accolades that you've posted so far as a professional. Let's get into the whole Grammy thing. When did you? Who first told you about what Pacman said about you?
Well, I had heard prior to the game. A lot of people texting me saying, you seen what he said on TV, the Twitters, the online, and all my relatives. And
so what did you think about his accusation that you were faking your injury?
Well, when I thought about it, I thought, what's the situation? What position he in? Why would he say such thing when he was out there in the field to experience the hit and see what happened and knowingly I wasn't conscious? Obviously when you get hit, as I was hit, I had to get help walking off the field, and I didn't even react. Normally if a guy got good conscious awareness when he hit illegally, he's going to react at least aggressively towards someone knowing that it was after the whistle or illegal. So when I saw that, I'm like, maybe he's making an excuse, why he cost his team the game, because it was evident that those guys were winning the game from the situation that we were in, So when I reviewed it and thought about it, I'm like, this guy may be trying to save himself a little bit by saying that, you know, make it seem like it wasn't his fault he lost, you know, making it an excuse as if I was acting or something to win the game. But his mistake actually cost them the game. So, you know, that was his excuse to go on TV and try to paint the picture back on me.
Well, you said you winked at him. Did you wink at him?
No, I never winked at him. You know, I didn't wink at anyone. You know, I was getting walked out the field with 3 trainers, and I was totally unconscious, unaware of the situation. I didn't even react to Vontaze Burfict, the guy who actually hit me. You know, I didn't even see him walking off the field.
Well, Joey Porter was right behind you too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
did you speak to Coach Joey about the situation after it was all over?
I mean, after it was all over, I spoke to Joey. Joey told me he came out and was talking to me on the field, that I was laying down, talking to him perfectly. But I couldn't even remember even having conversations with him.
Is that scary to you that you don't remember these things?
I mean, it is scary when you go back and look at the hit, you know, when I see how it transpired. It's obviously scary, you know, but football is a dangerous game. But I was luckily able to have a great doctor in Dr. Collins, take the right procedures, teaching me about concussions, providing me the exercises to help me recover, and doing a good job of helping me get back healthy and back to normal within 2 weeks.
What's your relationship with Joey Porter like? Because he was out there, and a lot of people wonder,
I got a close
relationship.
relationship with Joey Porter. Obviously, he's a coach, he's a leader, someone who I got tremendous respect for. And then he was out in the field caring about my well-being, you know, saying, get up, don't let them see you down like this. He was telling me what I was saying back. Coach Tomlin was telling me conversations of me speaking with him on what I was saying. And those guys are coming to rally for my health and my well-being.
Not to pour a 40 ounce of salt out, but if Big Ben had beaten Denver, if your teammates had gone on beaten Denver, would you have been able to play in an AFC Championship game in New England?
A possibility. I started to feel a little bit better Friday the following week after the Denver game. I was able to get my vision, my balance a lot back, better. I was able to focus my eyes and turn in my head and get some of the things back normal.
Oh, I mean, so was there any chance of you playing in Denver, or it was pretty much a wrap from the minute that we were talking about?
Yeah, it was pretty much a wrap from the minute. You know, seeing a doctor, you know, according to my mind, you know, I'm always like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I thought the doctor, Dr. Collins, did a great job with taking the proper procedures with me, not putting my health at risk, and allowing me to do what's right for the smart decision for my health long term.
Antonio Brown here from the Pittsburgh Steelers, at Antonio Brown 84. In each week during the regular season, the NFL selected 5 nominees from which the fans voted for a winner on the NFL.com/Castrol-Edge, the Clutch Performer of the Year season-long voting platform on NFL.com. And you're up for the award that's going to go down on Saturday night?
The Castrol-Edge Clutch Performer of the Year. I'm definitely up for the award. You know, the Castrol-Edge Performer exemplify a guy who's able to persevere through stress to perform at a high level, regardless of the adversity. And I think I displayed that in a certain situation in some games this year. And be sure to vote for me this weekend and win that award.
NFL.com/Castrol-Edge. Who wins Super Bowl 50 before I let you go? What do you think, Antonio?
I think the Carolina Panthers.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Because you can't choose Denver? Is that what it is?
No, I just feel like the Denver Broncos defense, they like to play a lot of man coverage. And I think they're going to bring a lot of pressure to try to get to Cam Newton. I think he's good at escaping pressure and creating plays downfield to Ted Ginn, the tight end, Olsen, and a good run game and a solid defense.
Well, look, congratulations on your success. I see what you're doing out on the field. I see how you're balling out. We're reading on, what website was it, Chris Brockman?
TMZ is reporting you're having quite a good time here in San Francisco with a swimming pool in your living room, Antonio.
In your rental. Is that true?
It's true.
Look at you.
Business is booming.
So you're in the kitchen, then you just want to go to take a swim in the living room? You could do that?
Maybe. Well, I got a couple of my good friends out here, a couple of people from my team.
Okay.
I got John, Christian, Alex, Brad. So, you know, it's been a long year. A couple guys who take care of me all year. So I come out here, in a good area to hang out with some of my close people.
Fantastic.
And have a great experience.
Did Teddy Bridgewater beat you at ping pong?
And I killed him last night.
Okay.
So Bridgewater's out in the mix?
Yeah,
too?
Bridgewater came through. That's one of our boys from Miami.
Antonio Brown, you just, that's what I said. We're all rent payers in your world. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Antonio Brown, vote for him. NFL.com/Castrol-Edge.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.